Budgeting is all about managing your money in the most efficient way possible. It's something that isn't taught in school, and you would be considered lucky if you learned from your parents. A budget is necessary if you want to live a life without constantly worrying about money. If you want that for yourself, this video will go over things you can do if you want to get better at budgeting. The first way to get better at budgeting is to know what you are working for. You have to have something to look forward to. Otherwise, you won't have the motivation or drive to make the necessary changes to achieve it. Some people just want to have enough money to retire without stress. Others want to buy their first home or first car. Other people want to save for a nice vacation, and some people have goals to retire early in their 40s. They will not be able to do any of that if they are not good at budgeting. You need to decide what you want. Once you have that in mind, make sure that it is smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break it down. Specific. Define your goal clearly. Instead of saying I want to save money, say I want to save $3,000 for a vacation. Measurable. Make sure your goal can be tracked. If you're saving for that vacation, keep a record of how much you're setting aside each month. Achievable. Your goal should be realistic. If you're only able to save $200 a month, a $3,000 goal is feasible. A $5,000 goal is not relevant. Your goal should align with your broader financial plan. If you're aiming to pay off debt, saving for a vacation might not be the most relevant goal. Time-bound, set a deadline. If you're saving $200 a month for a $3,000 vacation, you'll need 15 months to reach your goal. Budgeting becomes easier once you outline your goals using this framework. The second way to get better at budgeting is to properly track your income and expenses. Knowing where your money comes from and where it goes is mandatory for budgeting. But it's about more than recording numbers. The point of it is to provide you with a detailed overview of your finances. The more accurate your tracking, the better your budget will serve you. Let's start by tracking your income. Write down all sources, whether it's your salary, freelance work, side hustle, or a $20 bill you borrowed from a friend. Next, list out all of your expenses. Write down every single purchase, bill, and random coffee. Yes, even that $1 candy bar counts. To make things easier, consider using a notebook, spreadsheet, or budgeting app. The money you spend can be divided into different categories, each playing a crucial role in your overall budgeting strategy. Common categories include essentials like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Then there are discretionary expenses such as entertainment, dining out, and hobbies. Remember to account for irregular expenses like annual insurance premiums or car maintenance. Categorizing will help you see patterns and identify areas to cut back on. Here's a tip. Be as specific as possible. Instead of lumping everything into a miscellaneous category, break it down. The more detailed your categories, the better your understanding of your spending habits. The main thing you should be asking yourself is, are you making more money than you are spending? Tracking your finances is fundamental for improving your budgeting skills. The third way to get better at budgeting is to use technology such as budgeting tools and apps. In today's digital age, technology can make budgeting easier and more efficient. There are a lot of budgeting tools and apps available, each with its unique features and benefits. Apps like You Need a Budget, or YNAB for short, can help you create a budget based on your income, encouraging you to live within your means. The Mint app is another popular choice, offering features that track your bills, spending, and savings, providing you with a detailed overview of your finances. For those who prefer a more hands-on approach, the Every Dollar app allows you to allocate every single dollar you earn, giving you complete control over your budget. And if you're a fan of old-school envelope budgeting, then the app called Good Budget could be your digital solution. It uses the envelope system to allocate your spending and keep track of where your money goes. These apps can simplify the budgeting process, making it less of a chore and more of an empowering financial habit. With the right tools, budgeting can become a seamless part of your daily life. The fourth way to get better is to prioritize your needs over wants. One of the biggest challenges in budgeting is distinguishing between needs and wants. It's a delicate balance, and it's easy to blur the lines, especially when we're surrounded by a world that constantly entices us with shiny new things. Needs are essentials, things we can't do without, like food, shelter, and healthcare. Wants, on the other hand, are things that enhance our lives, like that latest smartphone, a designer bag, or a fancy vacation. They're nice to have, but not necessary for survival. The key to successful budgeting is prioritizing these needs over wants. Start by listing out your expenses and categorizing them into needs and wants. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going. Then, allocate most of your budget towards your needs. This doesn't mean you can't spend on your wants, but they should take a back seat to what's truly important. The fifth way to get better at budgeting is to create an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable and financial surprises can occur at any time. An emergency fund serves as your safety net, protecting you from the shocks of unexpected expenses such as medical emergencies, job loss, or urgent home repairs. Start small. Aim to set aside a tiny portion of your income every month, gradually increasing it until you have enough to cover at least 6 months of living expenses. The best way to do this is to automate your savings. Direct a percentage of your paycheck automatically into a separate savings account. This out-of-sight, out-of-mind approach can make budgeting less painful and more successful. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you keep. The sixth way to get better at budgeting is to manage debt. Debt can be a significant obstacle on the path to financial success. However, with a solid strategy in place, you can manage and reduce your debt effectively. The first step is to understand what you owe. This includes the principal amount, the interest rate, and the due dates. This will give you a clear picture of your financial obligations. Next, consider consolidating your debts if you have multiple sources. This can simplify your payments and potentially lower your interest rates. Moreover, always prioritize paying off high-interest debts first, as they can quickly snowball if left unchecked. Credit cards can be useful financial tools, but they must be used responsibly. Avoid unnecessary spending and always strive to pay off your balance in full each month. This can help you avoid costly interest charges. Lastly, consider setting up a debt repayment plan. This involves dedicating a set portion of your income each month towards paying off your debts. Managing debt will free up money for your other financial goals and will help you get better at budgeting. The seventh way to get better at budgeting is to save and invest your money. Budgeting is not just about spending, it's also about saving and investing. As much as it's crucial to manage your expenses, it's equally important to plan for your financial future. This is where savings and investments come into play. Incorporating savings into your budget is your first step toward financial security. This could be as simple as setting aside 10% of your income each month. This money serves as a safety net for unexpected expenses, and over time, it can accumulate into a substantial sum. Investments, on the other hand, are your ticket to financial growth. Whether it's stocks, bonds, real estate, or mutual funds, investing allows your money to work for you, potentially multiplying over time. It's never too early or too late to start investing. Even a small amount, when invested wisely, can grow significantly. The best time to start saving and investing was yesterday. The next best time is now. Check out our link in the description to get started investing today. The eighth way to get better at budgeting is to regularly review your budget strategy. Budgeting is not a set-it-and-forget-it activity. It requires regular review and adjustment. Think of your budget as a financial health checkup. Just as you'd visit a doctor for a physical exam, your budget needs a routine check too. This helps ensure it's in line with your current income, expenses, and financial goals. It's crucial to remember that life is dynamic. Your income may change, new expenses might pop up, and financial goals can shift. This dynamism calls for a flexible budget that can adapt to these changes. Let's say you've landed a new job with a higher salary. Fantastic news. But this warrants a budget review to make better use of the increased income. Similarly, if you've incurred unexpected expenses, you'll need to adjust your budget to accommodate them. Periodically, reviewing your budget also allows you to track your financial progress. Are you inching closer to your financial goals? Or do you need to make tweaks to get back on track? Remember, a budget is a living document. It should evolve with your financial circumstances. The ninth way to get better at budgeting is to overcome challenges. Budgeting can be challenging, but the rewards are worth the effort. In this journey to financial freedom, you may encounter obstacles such as unexpected expenses, fluctuating income, or difficulty in sticking to your budget. Don't let these challenges deter you. Instead, view them as opportunities to refine your budgeting skills. Firstly, unexpected expenses can be dealt with by the emergency fund we mentioned earlier. This fund acts as a financial buffer, absorbing shocks from unforeseen costs and keeping your budget intact. Fluctuating income can make budgeting tricky, especially for freelancers and entrepreneurs. A useful strategy here is to base your budget on your lowest monthly income. This conservative approach ensures you're covered even in lean months. If you're finding it hard to stick to your budget, remember that it's not set in stone. It's a flexible tool that should adapt to your life. Review it regularly and adjust as needed. The 10th way to get better at budgeting is to hold yourself accountable. Accountability can be a powerful tool in achieving financial success. When you are accountable, you are less likely to make impulsive purchases or deviate from your budget. You are more likely to stay focused, make smarter decisions, and eventually reach your financial goals. Getting better at budgeting takes focus and discipline. If you are having trouble sticking to a budget, try the methods mentioned in this video and watch your financial situation improve over time.